Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the parts of the world. My name is Raymond, aka Array of Sunshine 21. Welcome to another edition of Array of Sunshine, bringing positive stories to light, positive stories and videos to light. So good to see Frank in here, just roaring on the comments already. So good to see Frank here. Frank's a good guy. I'm not going to go through all his comments, but I know what he's doing. He's getting everybody shout outs and all of that. So good to see you in here, Frank. The first show of the last month of the year. Can you believe this? This is December of 2022. So this is the last month of the year, and hopefully we can end it all out on a good note. Before I get started, though, as you see down in the ticker, you probably will see it scoring on your comment sections, and also if you see it on your screen um, near the comments. This month, I decided to do a donation for St. Jude's Children's Hospital for this month, and this is a very kind of a for me kind of personal um, uh, charity to do for me. Number one, I recently had a friend that passed away about a few months ago, and one of his greatest contributions was to give out a kind heart and to give out to charity. And St. Jude's was one of his favorite charities. So I recently got in contact with his mom about a month ago after his passing, and I said one day I'll go ahead and do a donation for St. Jude's Children's Hospital for him. So it's a good cause for him, just to just to do it for him. He was a great guy, great personal guy that I really liked. A great friend. So anything that is being donated tonight on the donations page, hit the donate to charity on the button there, or any subscriptions, bits, and all of that will be going through the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And though it would say when it says support my channel that all of the funds will be given to me, again, I'm matching back whatever bits, resubs I get. That's all going to St. Jude's this month. But also the easier way is to go ahead and hit the donate the charity button and just select any amount on the list of amounts there, and it will be sent directly to the charity. Okay, and this will be going on all the way through Christmas Eve. So let's do some good cause for St. Jude's. It's a great organization, great charity. I was going to start out with a $50 goal. Fortunately, Nancy, I don't know if I'll say her name, but kudos to her. She sent right away $50. So I bumped up the goal to $100 now. So let's see how we would do with it. But um, again, anything that is sent this way will go on to St. Jude's for this month. All right, so we got that out the way. All the information will be on the comments and everything. So um, it's going to a good cause this month. All right. Bernie, hey Bernie, how you doing? Doing good. Hopefully you're doing great. I think it's morning there or afternoon over in Australia. So good to see you, Bernie. So good to see you in here. Frank's in here. So and anybody else that's watching, so good to see you guys in here tonight. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our show tonight. I think I got six positive, eight positive stories. I shortchanged two there. Eight positive stories, three positive videos for tonight. Um, a mixed bag of stories, and I kind of went through the trend of having videos that are kind of in a singularity. So I kind of think I did that again tonight. So hopefully, when we get to the positive video section, you want to stay tuned for that as well. And as always, we close out the show with quotes. And this last segment of quotes, you will know who this person will be for the famous quotes. So you want to stay tuned for that. And this morning in Australia. Okay. Well, good day, sir. Good day. So good to see in here. Hattie's in here. Hey, Hattie, how you doing? Welcome. Good evening, Hattie. A lot of people in here. So good to see you guys. And Frank is just getting those shout outs and all of that in. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started, shall we, with our first story for this evening. And since we're in the holiday spirit, since we're in a little bit of a holiday spirit, let's go ahead and start off with some reindeers, shall we? Three rare white reindeer calves get ready for Christmas, joining the UK's only herd. And this is from the Good News Network for November 26th of 2022. And let me do something real quick here. So I don't know why this background is so reddish there. There we go. Something more readable. Say you don't see that little red down the bottom there. So three rare white reindeers calves get ready for Christmas during the UK's only herd. So if you guys are ready before we get started, and Bernie's saying good day, cheers with some beer. I wish I had some beer, but I got a bottle of water. So I'll cheers with a bottle of water. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get started with our first story for this evening here on this. Oh, wait. Frank wants me to hydrate. Frank wants me to stretch. Frank wants me to do the. Okay, we're doing all of this after the first story. After the first story, then we'll do it. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. I did hydrate though, but I'll do another hydrate for you. All right, let's get to the first story. Again, three rare white reindeer calves get ready for Christmas during the UK's only herd, and this is from the Good News Network for November 26th of 2022. This dude is spamming a lot of points on me right now. I knew he was up to something while he's spamming all these comments, shout outs, and all that. He's in a good mood. It's like I got like 30,000 points ready to spend on Raymond right now. And it keeps flowing, so I don't know if I'll catch up with anything. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right, here we go. First story for tonight. And he's still spamming it. I don't know why, and I don't know if I'll get to all of them. Oh my lord. All right. These three adorable these three adorable white reindeer calves are getting ready for Christmas as the UK's only herd. The three babies named Mr. Whippy, Vanilla, and 99 were born in the summer and are now ready to join the rest of the herd on a tour around the country in the run up to Christmas. During the rest of the year, the free ranging herd lives at the Cairngorms National Park, where the snowy Arctic conditions provide the best vegetation. The first ones were brought over from Swedish Lapland in 1952 by Mikael Yetzi and his wife, Dr. Ethel Lindgren, as an experiment, and they have grazed the land ever since. Quote, we're centrally positioned within the highlands, which means we have a more continental climate, said Tilly Smith, owner of the Cairngorm Reindeer Center. The Cairngorms is ideal for the reindeer. We're more likely to have cold, snowy, Arctic-like conditions. And there's the three reindeer there on your pictures there. Nice reindeers, by the way. Very rare I see white reindeers. She said that although the mountains are vast and impressive, they're also gentle, which suits these less than nimble grazers. Quote, they are beautiful, calming animals, said Mark Take visit Cairngorms. They add to the magical winter wonderland feel that really does make winter come to life in the Cairngorms National Park. It's thanks to the really special environment we have here in the Cairngorms that they've thrived and grown. So a little bit of a short story to start it off, but I just wanted to say, hey, we're in the Christmas spirit here. Hey Nancy, how you doing? We're in the Christmas spirit here. Get to start off with a little bit of some reindeers that y'all want to see here over there in the UK, and they are ready for Christmas. So there's the reindeers there. So great story to start off with a little bit of animals there, and I think I got one more Christmas story somewhere in a bundle of stories here later on. But three rare white reindeer calves get ready for Christmas during the UK's only herd, and this is from the Good News Network again from November 26th of 2022 as we get ready for story number two. And before that, I have to get to Frank's big, tall order of point redeems here. Before that, if y'all want to see a little preview of the title, Mother's Love has granted 250,000 wishes for foster kids, and now she's surprised nine with new cars. And this is from the Good News Network for November 27th of 2022. All right, let's see what Frank has done in these comments. um, after he after he talks for 20 minutes, you did list what I need to do. All right. This dude's about to run me out of water here. 9 hydrates, 6 stretches, lose the glasses, jumping jacks, add time. He really did add time. Wow. And luckily I've now put ad manager in here. Um it's on pre-roll right now, but I will do ad time probably after this story here. Um so all right. So here we go. So what do I do first? I ain't gonna lose my glasses because I need it for stories. I'll do that during videos. Jumping jacks I can do. Ad time will be later. Let's go ahead and do stretches first. All right, we're gonna do stretches first. Hold on. I'm gonna keep the comment up, by the way. All right. So he said 6 stretches. So get ready. I'm gonna back this up out here. There we go. And 1, and 2, and 3. I'm gonna go around 10. That'll be 4. Another one 5. Another one 6. There. That's 6 there. Jumping jacks. Once we do 10 jumping jacks. So get ready for that. Hold on while we're stretching. I'm warmed up. We can do some jumping jacks now. So there we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, 10 jumping jacks. That's done. All right, we're crossing out the list. Stretches, glasses will be later. Jumping jacks, abs will be after the second story. 9 hydrates. Hold on. Oh, you 5. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I owe you 5 more, Frank. 5 hydrates and ad time. That's what's left. Oh, and lose the glasses, which I'll do on videos. All right. I am sorry if I'm missing comments, by the way. Um, don't fall. All right, I won't fall. And Nancy's congratulating me. So good to see you here, Nancy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's see. Skittles sandwich. That's it, right? Skittles sandwich. Welcome. Welcome to a ray of sunshine. So good to see you in here. Welcome to the show. And thank you for stopping by. I do positive stories and positive videos every Monday night here at 7 p.m. Eastern till January. Then we'll figure out after January, after the holidays, where I will be back on a regular schedule while I try to catch my breath. um, do we need to call 911? No, I'm good, Nancy. So good to see you, though. If I did that, you need to. I managed, though. I managed. All right. All right. I'm caught up. All right. So 5 hydrates I owe and at time. That will be after this story. And lose the glasses will be during um, the video segment. All right. All right. Let's move on. And thank you for everybody that is bearing with me after I went through all of that. Okay. All right. We got to put the story back up now. Here we go. All right. Let's get back to the story. Frank. Frank, all right, we're back up to 6 hydrates. Again, Mother's Love has granted 250,000 wishes for foster kids, and now she's surprised 9 with new cars. And again, this is from the Good News Network for November 27th of 2022. So if you guys are ready, this is going to be a good heartwarming story here. So let's go ahead and get started with the story. And I think that's the mother right there. Danielle Gletto announcing the new car giveaway in New York City. So let's see. We'll read the story and see what's going on here. All right, here we go. Danielle Gletto might be the most famous foster parent of all time. 16 years ago, she became a foster mom, saying, "I want to be a mother to all these kids who might not feel like they have one." Within a year, she adopted one of the children, a 2-year-old baby girl. During the adoption, she found out she was pregnant. But instead of funneling her energy solely to her own family, she continued feeling her passion to help the kids in need. She set up a nonprofit, One Simple Wish, to galvanize donations from others like her who want to make an impact and bring joy to foster youth. Quote, "I realized early on that a lot of these children decide it's not worth wishing anymore because it isn't going to happen. Incredibly, over the next 15 years, One Simple Wish collected over $15 million to grant requests for over 250,000 kids and young adults impacted by foster care. Wishes range from laptops and sports equipment to art supplies and music lessons, even travel expenses for an aspiring model to fulfill her dreams at New York Fashion Week. Now, to mark National Adoption Month, Gleto and her team gave 9 new cars to deserving adults who, in their youth, were impacted by the child welfare system. They flew all the winners to New York City under the guise of a foster care conference, just so they could surprise each one with keys to a new car, along with a year's worth of insurance and gas. That's incredible right there. So I think these are the 9 lucky winners with the car keys there, as you see down below there on the picture there. That's incredible. Quote, we realized that transportation was a massive obstacle, and sometimes that was the only barrier between them staying in college, keeping a job, or taking care of their families, Gletto told CBS News. Participants gathered for dinner where the real reason for the trip was revealed. The 9 were then surprised with car keys along with a $500 gift card and more. Continuing on, after surviving abuse as a child and being placed in the foster care system, Bella received an advanced degree and has relocated to Minnesota from California to take care of 2 foster children who have experienced similar trauma. The car she received will replace the one that was totaled in an accident by a drunk driver. Brittany has needed $300 a month just to Uber to school and work, juggling multiple jobs to put herself through college. The car she received will improve her financial situation and allow her to prepare for her future. There's Danielle is hugging one of the winners, so I don't know the name of that person, but that is one of the winners there. And before we get to the ads, what I post now we go to post news. All right, we'll continue on. Since aging out of the foster system, Sando has become a single father, decided to delivering local support through a peer group he founded in advocating for legislation. The car he received will help him juggle his professional career, finish his education, and parent his children. Quote, it's our mission to spread love, hope, and joy to those who have been impacted by abuse, neglect, and trauma, said Danielle. The effects of those circumstances can be compounded when young adults age out of the foster or child welfare system, and we are grateful that we have been able to take one major expense off their plate. Are you feeling the holiday spirit? Are you interested in donating on Giving Tuesday this week? I think this is an ad for them, I think. Head over to the One Simple Wish website where you can browse through hundreds of wishes from foster kids, bringing in all prices to make it all affordable and fulfill a request for making a dream come true. And I think this is the video of Danielle Gletto here. She was named a CNN hero in 2013 and is talking about her mission. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video.
I in a foster care place secure. I don't think that people really care about guidance.
When I became a foster parent, I realized a lot of these children that it's not worth it anymore. It isn't going to happen. Made promise to them that they haven't kept. Do you want to take any of the babies?
Sure.
All right, here you go.
That's cute.
Everything's brand new. I thought, how do we give them the feeling that people are out there that care about you, even if you've never met them? My name is Danielle Gleto, and I've helped make wishes come true for thousands of foster children all over the country. Anybody, anywhere, anytime can look at hundreds of wishes from children in foster care. Working on auditioning for a play, and he needs the radio in order to practice with his audition CD. Wishes are as unique as the children who make them, and so personal. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
These small things make an enormous difference in the life of a child. It's really just a kid being a kid.
My wish was for a suit so that I could attend a family member's funeral. It meant a lot that someone took the time and they knew that that was important.
This looks awesome.
When a child's wish is granted, we are reassuring them that their voices are being heard.
I love you, Evie.
That there is this big world out there that just wants to wrap their arms around them and protect them. And we need to all step up and do that.
All right, so that's Danielle Gleto. I think I said Gleto the whole time, but Gleto. Talk about her sponsor, her charity, helping out the children in welfare. So again, she gave out 8 car keys to young adults. I think I passed the picture, but to young adults that were in the welfare system, and they are now doing expiring things with the car, and again, the insurance, the gas, and all of that, just to help them get along. But again, she also does stuff for the kids, like toys, and say if they want to do fashion week or anything that they want to do. It's kind of like Make a Wish. I want to say with this organization, it's kind of like Make a Wish that she's trying to do there, and making everything come true for the kids there. So a very, very good person, and an inspiring charity that she is doing right there to helping all the kids out. So kudos to her, to Danielle. And this is story 2. Mother's Love has granted 250,000 wishes for foster kids, and now she's surprised 9 with new cars. And this is from the Good News Network for November 27th of 2022. As we get ready to go on to story number 3, and this one, if I wasn't a day late, or I should have posted out on like Discord, maybe I would have took advantage of this sell. But I did get this book, or it's sort of or the ebooks here. And story 3 is Be Kind to Yourself. National bestseller, now only 99 cents, will inspire you to feel optimistic about the world. This is from the Good News Network for November 27th of 2022. So after this, Frank, I'm gonna go ahead and do the ads after this. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. And again, this was, I think when I read the story, I think this was for a sale last week, and I think it went past yesterday, but I think maybe the book is still on sale on the holiday sale. But let's go ahead and take a look at the story here for story 3. And by the way, four more hydrates. All right, here we go. Humankind, changing the world one small act at a time, is a breath of fresh air, full of stories that will brighten your outlook and restore your faith in humanity. The national bestseller is now discounted to 99 cents through December 4th, which was yesterday. And the entire purchase price will be donated to nonprofit Big Brothers Big Sisters, adding to the $100,000 already raised for the nonprofit. Continuing on, Humankind, changing the world one small act at a time, is filled with uplifting stories about everyday heroes, like the seamstress grandparents who banded together to mend clothes, and in the process, hearts for people who are homeless. The 6-year-old who started a global kindness movement. Pamela, the young mother who was horrified by the amount of food wasted in Philadelphia restaurants and wanted to use that food to help the hungry. Despite being told it was impossible, she did it anyway, with her kids in tow. And today, her organization feeds 135,000 people a week. Author Brad Aronson was inspired to write Humankind when his family went through one of the most difficult times of their lives. His wife, Mia, was in the middle of 2.5 years of treatment for leukemia when a patient advocate suggested that Mia, Brad, and their 5-year-old son, Jack, create projects to provide a purpose, a distraction, and a focus for the hours they were spending in the hospital every week. For Brad's project, he wrote about the small acts of kindness by friends and strangers that carried his family through Mia's treatment and recovery. So there's Brad there with his wife Mia, and I think their son. I want to see that picture there. As we continue on with the story. But when he was done, he felt compelled to keep going. What about all the other stories out there? Other stories about seemingly small acts of kindness that had an extraordinary impact, often changing thousands of lives. He decided to seek them out, and those are the golden threads that weave a heartfelt tapestry in this book. In Humankind, you'll meet Rita Chavon, who decided to cook an extra portion of dinner every night to feed to someone in need. Her evening ritual led to a movement that now provides more than 500,000 meals a year. You'll also meet Larry Stewart, who was homeless when he received a $20 gift that inspired him to become a Secret Santa when he got back on his feet. He went on to give a total of $1.5 million to strangers in need and built a team of thousands who served their own communities as Secret Santas. Then there's 6-year-old Gabriel, whose simple request started a global kindness movement. You'll meet many, many more heroes like these as well. So this is the book, Humankind, Changing the World One Small at a Time. And it's by Brad Aronson right there. See the book. Um, as we continue on. Humankind will inspire you to see the good in the world and join in. Each chapter concludes with a What We Can Do section containing practical opportunities for how we can all help. And the Hall of Fame at the end of the book has a well vetted list of nonprofits that can guide you to easily channel your energies for good. The pages will leave you feeling warm and grateful. And in keeping with the book's theme, all proceeds from this national bestseller goes to the nonprofit Big Brothers Big Sisters. So far, the best-selling book has raised over $100,000. If you're looking for stocking stuffers, you can order 5 or more copies from the author for only $10 each. I think maybe that's just the regular price, $10 each. Not a bad deal for a book. Or gift yourself the ebook, which is on sale for 99 cents this week only. Again, that was it ended yesterday. Print copies are also on part of the holiday sale at 37% off. Um, I don't know if that is still going on, but just a book to throw out there for anybody that's interested in reading. And like I said, I just found this out yesterday, and I didn't know it was the last time that it was going to be on sale, but I did download it on my Amazon um, Kindle, so I will definitely take a look at this story here. But I think it's $10 um, back on regular sale or for $10. I don't know if he has a holiday sale still with the book. So if you're interested, make sure to check out the book. I did skim through some of the pages, and it's a very very good story. It will tell you a story that's happening, what's going on in one of the chapters, what they're doing, and then he will give you what we can do afterwards. So maybe one day I will feature the book on the show and probably read a chapter if you are interested in that. So, but yes, so this is story number 3. Be kind to yourself. National bestseller, now only 99 cents. Will inspire you to feel optimistic about the world. And this is from the Good News Network for November 27th of 2022. As we get ready to head on to story number 4. And before that, I'm just going to give y'all the title. Anybody that's subscribed, I will not read the story yet until my ad runs. I don't know how this will start if I start running an ad. I'm fulfilling a points request from Frank here. But story number 4, you can now buy Ralphie Parker's House from A Christmas Story. So that's a little preview of the story there. And it's for Andy Corley of the Good News Network for November 29th, 2022. So I'm going to go ahead and run an ad check, thanks to Frank here, and I will be back in a minute, and we will go ahead and start story number 4. And okay. And for anybody that's still here, very interesting three stories so far. And Frank with the with the points redemption. So what I'm saying, I'm down to 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the hydrates real quick since I'm near the hydrates here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. All right, 20 seconds left to add. Hydrate's done, the ad's done. All I need to do is lose my glasses. That'll be coming up in videos, so stay tuned for that. But I know Nancy said um, very good stories. It looks interesting. It does look interesting, Nancy. So make sure to check that out. I like I said, I skimmed through the stories, and it seems like it's going to be a very good book to read. Well, like ebook for me, but it is also a book. Let me see if I missed any other comments while we were going through all this crazy. I think I caught up with comments. I know Frank is doing a whole bunch of hype emojis and all of that, which I appreciate. Um, Nancy says, "Can I buy a good, healthy belch after that?" I don't. I'm not in a belch mood right now. It could come up randomly, but if it does, I'll let you know. It's gonna be free of charge. It's free of charge for me. All right, guys, welcome back. I know that ad um, was finished, but welcome back, guys. Um, for you that's joining, we are on story number 4 of 8, so we're halfway through positive stories right now. And again, I left you guys with um, I'll send some bits. Oh, thank you. You don't have to, but you can. It won't be for the belt show. It'll be for something else. Thank you. But you can now buy Ralphie Parker's House from A Christmas Story. And again, this is from the Good News Network by Andy Colbury for November 29th of 2022. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get started with this story here. So there's Ralphie Parker's House from The Christmas Story. So let's go ahead and get started. For years, people have been visiting a museum built in the house where the famous American holiday classic A Christmas Story was shot in Cleveland. That house where Ralphie Parker nearly shot his eye out with his Red Ryder BB gun is now up for sale to anyone who loves the film enough to keep the 1.3-acre campus running as a museum and who has about $10 million to invest. The real house still stands at 3159 West 11th Street in Cleveland, a city chosen because the management of the large Higbee's department store just happened to be the only one of those asked who allowed film crews to shoot inside. Continuing on, it's a very American tale how current owner and mega fan Brian Jones bought it on eBay, and it was sight unseen for around $150,000. Jones had retired from naval intelligence and was selling replica leg lamps from the film in various sizes. So that's partly inside the house there. And look at the leg lamp as well. So there you go there. Nice house, by the way. It looks very clean. Um, Continuing on, it was just a mustard yellow beat up rental property with a small asterisk about its use in the film. But it drove Jones to create a passion project involving the house across the street as well. The Bumpus household, Ralphie Parker's neighbors, is available for overnight rentals, as is the Parker household, complete with props and replica props to allow visitors to reenact their favorite scenes. A gift shop nearby sells everything a fan of the movie could possibly want. After more than 15 years of managing the tourist attraction, Jones has decided to pack it in. Quote, "This adventure has been awesome, but it's time for something different," he told NBC. adding that only prospective buyers who will keep the suite of properties running as the museum will be considered. So that's kind of awesome. Um, again, the house is for sale. If you're a big fan of A Christmas Story, um, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. If you have uh, $10 million to invest in this, and get to run a nice little property suites there, that's kind of not bad. Um, so something to think about. And this is more like in the range of when I think I did the Halloween one with the Ghostbusters. So it's kind of nice to see that there all these classic movies and shows. They're just renting out these houses or buying them um, just for special occasions. Like, of course, Christmas is coming up, and he's selling the house to someone to keep it up and have still with the movie theme. Or like the Ghostbusters one, where you just go into the Ghostbusters thing and get to relive all the memorabilia in there and even be one of them. So, very incredible stories to see there for every holiday and what movie it coordinates with. So, story number 4, you can now buy Ralphie Parker's house from A Christmas Story, and this is from Andy Corbally of the Good News Network for November 29th of 2022. As we get ready for story number 5 and keeping on with the Christmas stories that are coming up. This is coming on a vintage train wrapped in neon lights and steam. This is from Andy Corbally of the Good News Network for November 30th of 2022. And we're gonna check comments real quick here. You'll shoot your eye out. Yeah. Want to be careful when you get the house. You'll definitely shoot your eye out. You don't want that to happen. Nancy says that's pretty cool. Yeah, and she loves the movie. And with the furnace that doesn't work. There you go, $10 million, and you get a furnace that doesn't work. How about that? That's a deal. You get to live in an ice cold house. $10 million. All right. You get an ice cold house for $10 million, or maybe it'll come to maybe it's part of the bill. I don't know. Frank says, "Let's go." Frank will get used to it if he's from Canada. He will definitely get used to the cold, a cold house. But anyway, again, Christmas is coming on a vintage train wrapped in neon lights and steam. And again, this is from Andy Corbally of the Good News Network for November 30th of 2022. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and take a look at the festive train lights. What we got here? Hold on. Nancy says, does it come with a leg lamp in the front window? It probably does. I wish I can go back to the story. I mean, it probably does. Uh, He said he's looking for someone that's going to keep up the property. So I wonder if he's going to keep everything in there. And because I don't know how many leg lamps he has, but maybe he should keep it if it's still going to be like a rental property and people still want to come in and see parts of the movie that are in the house. So I'm pretty sure that leg lamp is probably going to stay. If that's Mr. Jones's wishes to keep it as something as part of the movie, the house that is part of the movie, and people can look and stay there and all of that. So I'm pretty sure it will come with the leg lamp. It will stay. I don't think he's going to take it away from the house. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with story 5 right now. Again, a festive train full of lights. Let's get started. Enchanting footage captures a magical practice run for Dartmouth's Train of Lights 2022 as it passes through the countryside. Footage shows the Dartmouth steam railway train covered from front to back in vibrant LED lights to celebrate the imminent season of St. Nicholas. Professional photographer Scott Williams was joined by his 3-year-old daughter, Kakaira, to take in the scene from a bridge. Quote, we went to wait for the wonderful train of lights earlier this evening, chuffing through Goodrington on its way down to Kingswear from Paignton, said Williams. This was a practice run today before it's open to the public this Friday for 5 weeks during the Christmas season. It was so magical watching it puff along this beautiful stretch of coast, twinkling along the way. Scott shot the footage from a railway bridge in Goodrington near Paignton. Um, the Train of Lights 2022 illuminated journey starts at Queen's Park Station and features vintage carriages decorated with thousands of lights both inside and out. So there's a picture of the train right there, right at the caboose part of it. As we continue on, its journey takes in the 450-meter greenway tunnel that leads you to the enchanted forest, which will be transformed into um, by a multitude of lights. The stunning show ends as you leave the forest to be greeted by the twinkling lights of Dartmouth reflected on the River Dart. After a turnaround at Kingswear Station, with the opportunity to disembark and take photographs from the platform, you'll be on your way back to Paignton to experience the spectacle from a different direction. Tickets are very reasonably priced, with a price of £85 for a family of five. Now, it has a comma there. I don't think it will be 8,000. I think it's £85. Watch the practice run to get the holiday spirit. So this is the train in action with the lights. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Jane, welcome to the show. Thank you for the resub, Jane. How are you? So good to see you. Thank you for the resub, and there you go. Like I said, resubs, bits, all of that's gonna go. I will match that to go into St. Jude's. So thank you again, Jane, for the resub. So good to see you. Um, Welcome to the show as we are just finishing up looking at the train of lights. Those lights look beautiful. They look beautiful just looking at them. So amazing, amazing stuff there. I think the lights um or actually this train thing, I think it's in it's in the UK, I think. I thought Dartmouth. I said there is a Dartmouth University here in the United States, but once I read the 85 pounds, I was like, oh, it's in the UK. So, but that would be amazing to have this here in the US. But if you're in the UK, this is something very spectacular to have. Um, I love the lights and it all glowing through the trees and everything. That's so nice. So, a little bit of good holiday lights there, a good old light show there with the trains there. So Christmas is coming on a vintage train wrapped in neon lights and steam. And this is from Andy Corbley of the Good News Network for November 30th of 2022. As we get ready for story number 6 of this wonderful evening. And coming up after positive stories, it is positive videos. We got 3 videos this evening. 2 of them correlating or matching videos of a subject, and the last video is quotes. And I think y'all gonna enjoy tonight's quotes from a famous person. Y'all definitely know who this person will be on quotes tonight. So stay tuned for positive videos after our stories here. So this is story number 6. To cut neighbors' fuel costs, Baker Ed revived tradition of a village oven, baking for others for free. And this from Andy Corbley of the Good News Network for December 2nd of 2022. So we are baking bread for the community for free. Before we get to that, let's get the comments real quick. Skittle sandwich here with the Santa Claus. Merry Christmas. Jane is doing good. I'm doing good as well. It's a new week. Um, the job, it's doing all right. Managing the long hours, but I'm doing good. Doing good. All right. And that was my own hydrate there. By the way, I did Frank's hydrate. Nancy says we have a holiday train coming to our area this Friday. Oh, nice. Okay. I don't know if it's be with the lights or I don't know if y'all gonna do like Polar Express. I know here, somewhere in Raleigh and going farther down our state here, they do a Polar Express where everybody goes in their pajamas, all of that, and they'll read the story of the Polar Express and they'll just go on the train and ride on down. So wonder if it'll be like that. Thanks for giving a shout out to Jane Frank. Okay. And okay, and she said, oh, here we go. Yep, it's all lit up and Santa is in the caboose. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a nice one there. Okay, we're gonna have to find some light up trains one day. One day we're gonna have to find some light up trains. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and continue on with our stories here. So again, let's go see about this baker. Again, he is helping his neighbors save on energy and revives the tradition of a village oven baking and bakes the breads and cakes and all of that for free. So let's go ahead and get started with this story here. A baker in the English town of um, Geese, Geesborough, population 17,000 or thereabouts, is reviving an ancient tradition to help his neighbors endure high energy costs. Thousands of years ago, societies built one oven in town where everyone went to bake their bread. And now Ed Hamilton Trewitt from Brickyard Bakery is offering to bake Christmas cakes for anyone worried about the energy costs of turning on the oven for several hours. Quote, at this time of year, there can be no greater expression of love than baking the family Christmas cake, but that is being lost because of the prohibitive energy costs in running an oven for a few hours, said Baker Ed. At Brickyard, we want to help by reviving a tradition lost to our community for centuries, the community oven. Anyone who has already prepared a cake can bring it to Brickyard Bakery on a Friday and retrieve it, bake, and decorate it the following Monday. So there's an ad. I think this is an advertisement here on Facebook. Brickyard Bakery. Square cakes, round cakes, bring your cakes in for us to bake. And he put down, bring your uncooked Christmas cakes in Friday, collect Monday. Drop your unbaked Christmas cakes off on Friday at the bakery. We bake over the weekend, ready for you to collect Monday, free of charge. What's not to love? Let's get baking. Free of charge. Bring it in on a Friday, Monday, you got a cake or whatever to bake for free. Continuing on, this is not Hamilton Trewitt's first foray into good deeding, as earlier in September he realized the excess heat from his ovens could be used to create a community warm lounge for people without the means to heat their homes continuously throughout the day. This small act of kindness brought the village baker international acclaim, as he reported on his Facebook. So he's writing a thank you here. And I feel like if I hit see more, it's probably going to take me to the page. Let's see. I hit it, but nothing happened. Yeah, it will. Okay. So I'll read part of it. Our post about the warm lounge really struck the chord with so many people, not only from the UK, but from many different countries across the globe. The media interest has been phenomenal and it continues. We are incredibly thankful thankful for the opportunity it gives us to highlight concerns that are facing us all heading into winter, and what, as a small business, we can do to help in our own way by providing a free, warm space where everyone is welcome. So, kind of nice, you know. They are baking the ovens, and it can be a warm shelter for people that don't want to use the heat. Um, just again, save money. That's what he's trying to do here. Continuing on with the story, he has also been offering pay what you want cooking classes, which he described as a tremendous success with lots of folk enjoying learning how to cook some cost effective tasty meals and some free hot tea or coffee to boot. Local Sharon Bulmer remembered the tradition which Ed is trying to revive, commenting, after the baker had made his bread, he allowed locals to bring their dishes to be cooked in the oven. Probably why we have so many casseroles, etc. What an amazing thing to do! It is used to be a way of of life. I think it's a way of live for families. I don't know if that's a mess up there, but anyway, struggling when the cotton mills and factories and coal mines were at their height. What an amazing thing to do to give back to your customers and community. May your kindness be rewarded. Hamilton Treewitt has been interviewed for the Metro, the BBC, and on Radio 4, and has touched many with his actions. And that's an incredible story. Again, he's doing two good things here. Three good things. I'm gonna put a picture back up. Number one, you're baking cakes and breads and all of this stuff for free. Bring it in Friday. They'll bake it the weekend. Monday, you got yourself a cake or anything you need to bake for free. Number two, you're providing a warming shelter for people that don't want to waste the money and the electricity for their house, which is kind of good, especially over in the UK. I know they're really going through times with the high energy costs. And three, you're saving the money. You are really saving the money. So he's doing three good things for that community, and very, very well. Kudos to him for bringing back an old tradition that is helping the community out and helping them save money and a place to gather and you know and maybe meet each other as a community. It could be some people they don't know, and it could be like a whole community thing where they get to meet and greet. So um, kudos to him on a job well done for doing there. Baker Ed. To cut neighbors' fuel costs, Baker Ed revived tradition of a village oven, baking for others for free. And again, this is from Andy Corbley of the Good News Network for December 2nd of 2022. As we get ready for story number 7, and um, let's see here. So this is story 7, and I thought this was a heroic thing here. Teen lifts a truck to free his trapped father. My son is my hero. And this is from the Good News Network for December 4th of 2022. We're getting to some heroics right now in our next story here. Let's check on comments real quick. Let's see. Okay, all Samantha's look good. Oh, okay. I think it just stops at each station for a half an hour. That's the train comment from earlier that Nancy did. Okay. And Frank is go ahead and spam the emotes as always. Frank is the cheerleader here with the emotes. So, all right. So let's go ahead and go on to story number 8. This is the next to last story before we get to positive videos. So again, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Again, a teen lifts a truck to free his trapped father. My son is my hero. And again, it's for the Good News Network for December 4th of 2022. And there is a video with this as well after the story. So let's go ahead and get started with this story. Thank you, Scuttle Sandwich. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. A 15-year-old is being hailed as a hero after lifting a truck that had fallen on his father's chest. The brakes on the truck that Matthew Wilkinson used for work needed immediate repair last Monday. Unfortunately, his son had come out to the garage and agreed to help his dad. As Mr. Wilkinson tried to take off the rotor, he found it was stuck and needed a better angle for leverage. So he slid his body underneath the truck. Quote, the second it popped off, the truck fell, he told KCRA News. All I could think about was the breath coming out of me. I was just squished. I couldn't talk. I couldn't yell. Dallin Wilkinson, a freshman in high school, told the news team it was crazy scary. I heard him make a noise like his soul was leaving his body. Dallin tried as hard as he could to lift it just enough to get him out, and the adrenaline of the moment helped him succeed. While the Oakdale, California dad was in the hospital being treated for a punctured lung and broken ribs, he couldn't figure out how he was able to get free until he later checked the surveillance camera. The family's home security system captured the moment Dallin had lifted the truck enough for his father to roll out. Quote, my son is my hero. He saved my life. So here is the video of the son bringing his father there. And yeah, a very incredible story. So let's go ahead and take a look at the story.
Now, KCRA and Emily calling their 15-year-old son a hero after he was working under fell on top of him. The scary moments were all caught on camera. KCRA 3's Leanne Danier sat down with the son and father who tell her they have a lot to be thankful for.
Matthew Wilkinson remembers thinking he had to get the work done that night.
We had problems getting the rotor out.
But on what should have been a normal Monday night for the Wilkinson family, the security system on their Oakdale home captured this.
I couldn't get a good angle, so I slid my body underneath the truck. The second it popped off, the truck fell. I know it rolled forward because I saw it roll forward and it fell right on top of me. And all I could think about was the breath coming out of me. I was just squished and I couldn't talk. I couldn't yell.
The terrifying video shows the truck fall. Matthew was stuck. The accident left him with a punctured lung, broken ribs, his shoulder is separated.
So all this, I wonder how I got off my truck, right? And I'm thinking about, oh, I got a surveillance camera, right? So I called my kid and had him look at the surveillance camera, and they realized that he lifted the truck enough for me to roll out.
You could see it, and it just dropped right on him, and I was scared. I mean, I heard him make like noise, like his soul was leaving his body. It was crazy.
But like plenty of times before, 15-year-old had been helping his dad that night.
I was jumping around, asking what to do, and I didn't know what to do, and I just immediately just jumped to the back of the truck. I just ran over and just tried with like as hard as I could, just tried to get it up enough to get him out.
It was enough. The video shows Matthew freeing himself.
My son is my hero. He saved my life.
And while there is a recovery ahead, the family is their hero. But for the high school freshman,
Worried I didn't help. That's all. He's okay. That's all that's really going through my mind right now.
in Oakdale, Leanne Danier, KCRA 3 News.
Incredible story there. And again, I will say this with these stories: right place at the right time. And also, this one was a huge, creative act of courage, just to lift that truck up to free his dad so his dad could get out, knowing that he was in trouble. And I don't know if he thought he knew he lifted that truck up or what, but just an incredible story, a life-saving story at that matter, for him being there to free him. So kudos to him, just saving his dad's life, being the guardian angel to save his life there after that terrible accident of trying to fix the brakes and the rotors there. So glad that the father's doing okay, and son's the hero. He really is the hero in this story. So story 17 lists a truck to free his trapped father. My son is my hero. And this is from the Good News Network for December 4th, of 2022. As we get ready to go on to our last story for this evening before we get to videos. And let's celebrate a birthday, shall we? Let's celebrate a birthday. The tortoise celebrates its 190th birthday as the world's oldest land animal. And this is from the Good News Network for December 3rd of 2022. Look at that tortoise. 190 years old. Let's go ahead and get started with this story here to close out positive stories for this evening. All right, here we go. A tortoise, which is the world's oldest living land animal, is celebrating its 190th birthday. Jonathan was born nearly 2 centuries ago in the early 1800s, which makes him not only the oldest tortoise ever recorded, but the oldest living land animal. For 140 years, he has resided on the remote island of St. Helena, situated in the midst of the South Atlantic Ocean, a 6-hour flight west of Johannesburg, South Africa. Shell measurements taken upon his arrival to the island showed that he was at least 50 years old at that time, and it is likely that he is even older. Joe Hollins cared for the giant turtle during his decades at St. Helena's resident veterinarian and still does so now during his retirement. Quote, we think if he was hatched in 1832, the Georgian area, my goodness, the changes in the world wars, the rise and fall of the British Empire, the many governors, kings, and queens that have passed. It's quite extraordinary. And he's just been here enjoying himself. I do think he's fabulous, actually. He's a great animal. And as a vet, what greater privilege is there than to be looking after the oldest known living land animal in the world? So there's the vet there, Joe Hollins with Jonathan the tortoise celebrating 190 years old there. Hold on, let's get to the comment. Sketty Sandwich says it's a nice old turtle. Yeah. Now, if he could talk, imagine 190 years old. What has he seen? What can he tell us? That's an amazing, amazing thing if he could talk. Imagine all the history lessons he would have. Continuing on. Quote, I mean, how often does that happen to be able to care for this magnificent animal? As a much loved member of his island community and the most permanent resident, locals have thrown the lucky tortoise a 3-day birthday party where he can feast on all his favorite veggies throughout. Beginning on Friday, December 2nd, a range of posters celebrating Jonathan's life with pictures and messages from those who have visited him over the years will be put on display at the grounds of his home, Plantation House. Today, a series of activities honoring Jonathan's big day are planned, including a big veggie feast that will be live streamed across the world on from Plantation House on St. Helena Tourism's Facebook page. Fortunately, we missed that. I think the video will still be up on the Facebook page, though. To conclude the 3-day festivities, Jonathan's birthday will be celebrated at an open-air market at Plantation House on Sunday, with the animated video and song about Jonathan's life will premiere. Finally, Jonathan will be given his birthday cake, crafted entirely out of his favorite healthy foods. And to remember the occasion, a special stamp will be issued for sale. So this is on Jonathan's celebration video. Again, 190 years old, guys. 190 years old.
What we rely on is the documentation. Basically, a governor of 1890-odd wrote a letter saying that he was landed in 1882 fully grown, and fully grown is about 50 years of age. And we have some other nice documentation in the form of a photograph, which has been confirmed of being about 1880 1883, 1884. So just after he was landed. It's a picture of him down here in the corner of the paddock. And it has his dimensions on the back, which is fantastic. And they're about the same today. In fact, if anything, their dimensions are marginally bigger than when I measure it. So he certainly hasn't grown anymore. So good confirmation. So he's in the Guinness Records, what used to be the Guinness Book of Records, as the oldest known living land animal in the world. He's doing fabulously. Yeah, since we've been feeding him once a week with a bit of nutritious food to get him the vitamins, minerals, and trace elements, his beak, they call this a beak in a tortoise, has sharpened up dramatically, so he can now cut grass. It was brilliant when it came, crumbly. And he's put on weight, and he's more live. I think the secret is just being completely chilled and relaxed and not caring about what's happening in the world. I'm not sure about eating grass. I get fed up with that. I don't know. He's marvelous. I love animals, but Jonathan to me is a very gentle giant, crusty old reptile. And when you think, if he was hatched, not born, hatched, 50 years before 1882, 1832, the Georgian era, my goodness, the changes in the world wars, the rise and fall of the British Empire, the many governors, kings and queens of the past. It's quite extraordinary. And you know what? He doesn't care a damn. He doesn't give a damn. He's just been here enjoying himself. But I think he used to be quite a wanderer. Before they were enclosed in the paddock, apparently he would go up to the Bishop's Garden and eat the pears when they're in season. Probably could smell them then, actually. And they would bring him back by levering the cane of bamboo along the road, which is probably a good way to manipulate a tortoise. From behind, obviously, it's just on the shell. So, but now he's home now, isn't he? The paddock at care. Whoop! Yeah. No, I do think he's fabulous, actually. He's a great animal. And one thing is worth saying, as a vet, what greater privilege is there for me to be looking after the oldest known living land animal in the world? How often does that happen? And that's what makes St. Helena so unique.
Again, 190 years old. This tortoise, Jonathan, the tortoise, at 190 years old. You know what? He doesn't look 190. He doesn't look 190 years old. But yeah. So 1832 till now, and he's still living the dream in 2022. So again, like a Sketty Sandwich said earlier, if this tortoise could talk, imagine how much history stuff this tortoise would know and would tell us. So, but the tortoise is living his life. He's still here, enjoying still veggies and all of that. So, happy birthday, Jonathan! Happy 190th birthday, and continue to strive on, man. Let's make it to another 190, shall we? So, tortoise celebrates his 190th birthday as the world's oldest land animal, and this is for the Good News Network for December 3rd of 2022. As that will conclude positive stories, and we are going to go ahead and take a look at positive videos. So those were some good stories that we had tonight for stories. And now we're going to take a look at the this motivational speech by T.D. Jakes, Pastor T.D. Jakes, I should say. And very, very, very good speech that we're about to have here coming up. All about motivating yourself. That's all I'm going to give. Motivating yourself. I'm not gonna say what his speech is. It's all about motivating yourself. So, and after that, we want to have a correlating video of that message applying into kind of a real life situation. Another Darman video. So we'll take a look at that. Before we get to that, all right, stop. Twitch. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh, Nancy said, did they say how old? Yes, and 190. Nancy says not a day over 90, right? Like he's still living a dream. He's a very young tortoise still to me. So I don't see the 190 on him. So he's still living a dream. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video here, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So here we go. And let me unmute, because last time I did this, I kept the video on mute until someone said something. So, all right, here we go.
Being multidimensional is a good thing. Start thinking about streams of income. Think of multiple streams of income. I wanted to preach. I'm called to preach. You know me from preaching. You know me from ministering the gospel. And I love what I do. But I had dreams for my children that were bigger than what I do. I did not want my children to have to fake being me in order to be successful. I wanted to create an entrepreneurial environment for them, and so I started investing in real estate, and I started building communities, and I'm getting ready to build more communities in America, and I'm looking for other places in the world where we can build these communities, these smart communities that are conducive to the future. You do not build your business on where you are or where you've been. You build your business on where you're going. So then, if you are building for the future, then you have to reimagine your strategy. I'm going to give you a couple of big words, big words, like strategy. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to do it through a strategy. I got here through a strategy. What is a strategy? A synchronized step-by-step plan from point A to point B. Your strategy is important. You've got to fix your strategy. If you've been doing what you've been doing for 5 years and it's not working, it doesn't mean you need to give up your idea. You might need to give up your strategy. Your strategy of accomplishment has to change with the times. You may not have hit your customer yet, but that doesn't mean your customer's not out there. You've got to find somebody, and let me tell you who wants what you got. The person who wants what you have is a person who sees what you have as an answer to their problem. People will go get answers. They are not looking for problems. What do you solve with what you bring? And you don't have to have a degree to do this. It could be as simple as my father's mopping a bucket. My father ended up with 52 employees in the 60s because he built a business that solved the problem. Not all of us will be doctors. Not all of us will be chemists. Not all of us will be lawyers. Not all of us will be astronauts. But the astronaut still needs a plumber. The doctor still needs an electrician. Whatever your business is, it must be an answer to somebody's problem. It must solve that problem and fix that problem. And when you do whatever you do and you find yourself maxing out at what you do is not who you are. What you do is not who you are. What you do is not who you are. People say T.D. Jakes is a preacher. First of all, he wasn't always. Second of all, T.D. Jakes is a man. He is a man called to preach. See, when people give you titles, they imprison you. If I bought into that, I wouldn't have done almost $500 million worth of films at the box office, because I would have said, I'm a preacher, I can't do that. Don't let anybody lock you up with a title in a prison that is beneath your level of gifting. You are whatever is in you. You are whatever is inside of you. You are whatever you think about at night. You are whatever you dream. You are whatever is in your head. I want to break somebody out of jail right now. You are more than what people call you. I'm in the right place. You are more than the job title that you have. You are more than the company you work for. You are more than anything you have experienced to this point. You are everything that gives you energy when you think about it. Find out what are the things that make you leap out of the bed in the morning. What are the things that give you energy when you think about them? Your purpose is in your passion. Your purpose is in your passion. Don't sit there and say, I don't know why I'm here. You do know why you're here. Find the thing that gives you energy when you do it. That ideas start teaming over in your head when you get in it. Find the thing that when you get into it, you're curious about it. You're attracted to it. You're drawn to it. Because whatever the anointing you respect is the anointing you receive. Oh, can I talk to you? The anointing you respect is the anointing you receive. So the person that you idolize, you probably idolize them because they're doing something that is in you. Other people ignore them. And you would walk a mile to hear them or see them or hear them sing or watch them build or hear them orate or whatever it is that they do. It's because it's in you. When I was 8 years old, I was sitting in the back of the car with my mother, and my mother was a speaker, and she went out and did public speaking. And I was sitting in the back of the car. At 8 years old, I said, right now I'm going to hear you speak. And they called me Miss Jake's son. But the time will come, you'll come to hear me speak, and they'll call you Tom Jake's mother. Instincts are inside of you. And they are never one-dimensional. You are more than your job. So if your job goes down, it doesn't mean you have to go down. While you're working for a company, never stop branding yourself. One of the problems that I find prevalent with millennials who, by the way, I love mentoring you above anybody. You are the best investment because you have the longest shelf life. You will outlast me, and you assure the fact that my work continues. I cannot have success without a successor, so I'm committed to you winning. Let me say that first of all. I am committed to you winning. The problem is, your strength is your weakness. You were raised with technology, which is a great strength, but it's also a great weakness. Because when you are raised with something that responds in predictable ways by touch, when you are placed in unpredictable situations, you don't do well. Because you expect people to respond like computers. They do not. People respond in unpredictable ways. And let me tell you something that you're going to have to become more proficient in. Relationships. And relationships are not text. They're not tweets. They're communication. We are designed that we read more than language. I don't have to, like a minute ago, you were doing what you were doing. I didn't know what it meant, but I felt what it meant. So communication is more than speech. It's eye language, it's body language, it's voice inflection. All of those are tools, because when you get ready to do business, people don't just do business with ideas, people do business with people. They do business with people. And you have to understand, in building that process, it is not like building a face page. There's work to it. And one of the mistakes we made, and when I say we, I mean my generation, I mean anybody that you admire. It may not be me, it may be Diddy, it may be Diddy, it may be Oprah, it may be Tyler Perry, it may be somebody you saw, maybe Beyonce. You see us after we arrive. You didn't see us when we struggled. So when you decide, I'm gonna be like him, you're coming in at the end of the movie. You missed the days I couldn't feed my kids. You missed the day that I went out in the field and gathered apples to feed my kids, or used paper towels for diapers because I couldn't buy diapers. You came in later when you saw me on TV, and you want to leap over all of those no's to get to a yes. But it is the 400 no's that lady was talking about before the yes that makes you who you are. And when you get a no, you give up and say, this must not be it. That's not true. That woman got 399 no's before she got one yes. You have to have the resolve inside of yourself to resist the temptation to believe the detractors and to continue to believe the voice within. And why is that important? It is the strength you gain from your failures that make you strong enough to stand up to your success. If I wanted to really destroy you right now, real fast, real quick, I would give you my life right now and all that goes with it and all the 300 and so employees of my little company. I would give it all to you right now in a flash and say, there, it's yours, take it. You know why that would be criminal? I didn't give you the struggle and the strife and the experience and the pain that created it. You wouldn't be able to handle it. You wouldn't be able to stand it. It would be murderous to win too soon. Let me go biblical on you. The reason the prodigal son ended up in the hog pen is not that he didn't get what was his. It was that he got what was his too soon. And there is something to be respected about process. The process, the little steps that make a mile. It is not the destination. It is the things you learn along the way. It is the people who beguiled you and tricked you that make you wiser. Wisdom is made out of the stupid things you did before you got it. Don't miss it. That process is invaluable to you getting there. Does that mean that you have to be my age before you get there? Absolutely not. But it does mean that you don't go from thinking a thought to producing an idea without pain no more than a woman goes from having sex to getting up in the morning with a baby in her arms. The gestation period is critical. They teach CEOs to always be interviewing. And when I learned that, every time I have lunch or eat with somebody or meet somebody at the bus stop or ride in a car with somebody, I'm always asking questions. They don't know, but I'm secretly interviewing them, seeing if they have a skill that I can use in our company or on our team, or they have some ability that would accentuate me. Because I always want to surround myself with people who are good at what I am not good at. I guarantee you, if I look into your phone is filled with names of people who do what you do. You gotta break out of the box of only hanging out with people who do what you do. Because if you only surround yourself with people who do what you do, inevitably they will compete with you. But if you surround yourself with people who are good at what you're not good at, they will complete you. Go from surrounding yourself with people who compete with you to surrounding yourself with people who complete you. So the lawyer needs to hang out with the doctor, and the doctor needs to hang out with the dentist, and the CEO needs to hang out with the preacher, because I always get excited when I have a friend that doesn't do what I do. When I have a friend who does what I do, I have to put up with these little snide remarks, little funny little halfway compliments where they're a little bit of a hater, but they're not really a hater, but they're sort of a hater. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Where they give you these little halfway compliments that you don't know how to take, and you sort of give them a half grin, and you walk away wondering, what did they mean by that? Put those people at the back of the list and find somebody who does what you don't do, because they will complete you, they will fulfill you, they will strengthen you, and they will make you more rounded, and they will give you different perspectives. If you have the courage to admit what you're not good at, you will find out who to pick to surround yourself with. I want to hire my weaknesses, not my strengths. Because when you hire your strengths, they're just waiting on you to get sick so they can take your job. Hire your weaknesses. Surround yourself with people who complete your vision, and then build your team.
All right, so that was Bishop T.D. Jakes there with the very, very good motivational speech there. And before I start to dial in the next video, we'll get to talk about what Bishop Jakes said there after we get through our nice little YouTube ads to here. All right, there we go. And hit the pause right away. Okay, so he went through a different amount of topics on that speech there. One, don't give up on your. If you have something in mind, if you have a dream in mind that you want to do, don't give up on it. Don't give up on it, no matter what people say, or and all of that. And don't give up. Don't give up on it. Do not give up on what you're trying to do to better yourself. This is going to be a prime video example of a video here coming up in a minute. He also mentioned to millennials that he really appreciates us millennials, me. But also now we're on to Gen Z now. I think Gen Z is the next one. Oh, okay. So but back then he said millennials, and he really appreciates us. It's just we don't build good relationships. We are all into technology, but we don't build good relationships, which I agree with him. We don't kind of the whole talk the talk thing. We don't do that no more. It's all with the phones now. So I agree with him on that one. And having good people around. And if you're starting to create anything, um, find someone that's looking to start from the bottom to go up top. Because, like he said, if you pick somebody up top, they're just waiting to take over for you. So start for somebody bottom up, and that will be a key to a good success, I guess. But this is going to be one of the videos that he mentioned earlier in a message. Hey Tim, how you doing? Welcome. So good to see you in here, Tim. Just getting home. Well, welcome. You're in time. We got a couple more videos to go before we end the evening out. But it's so good to see you, Tim. So we're going to look at one of the videos here, and as a warning, anybody that's not subscribed, there will be an ad coming up during the video here. So just putting a warning out on that. And one of the messages he said was, don't give up on your dream. If you have something in mind, don't give up on it. Start with it. It could take time before it will start, but just don't give up on it. And it takes time, so don't give up. So we're gonna look at a prime example of that right on this video here. Is another Darman video. I promise you this will be better than the last one. You might get a little outraged in a couple of things, but it's a little bit better than the last one. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this video right now.
We just crossed $1 million last quarter. Great job, team. Give us a round of applause. Now, does anyone have any ideas that we can implement to continue with this trajectory? Greta? Greta? Greta?
Yeah, sorry.
Do you have any ideas?
No, I don't.
Perhaps if you weren't doodling, you'd have something to contribute. Everyone clear the room. Greta, you stay. What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? Did you have to embarrass me like that?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. Because it's the only way you'll know that type of thing won't be tolerated.
Sorry, sir. Carl is here to go over tax returns.
I'll be right there. We're not done talking about this.
Carla! So, how was work?
was great. Other than Greta embarrassing me in a meeting. She was completely distracted, as she is now.
Not distracted. It's called market research. I'm looking at what new designs are in style.
Or whatever you call it, it doesn't pay the bills. This little hobby is becoming a problem.
Honey. You know I've loved fashion since I was a kid.
Yeah, and by the time I was your age, I was already valedictorian and I was offered a full ride at Stanford. And what have you accomplished? A sketchbook full of wasted time?
Tell me how you really feel, Dad.
No, wait. Can't we at least just try to enjoy dinner? Yeah? Yeah?
You're wasting a golden opportunity. Most people don't make accounting associate until their third year. And I'm handing it to you. I don't understand why you just don't focus on that. If you did, then maybe you'd have something to show for yourself in the next 5 years.
Because I don't want to work in finance. I'm thankful for the opportunity. But I want to create my own collection. It's always been my dream to see someone wearing one of my pieces that I designed.
You need to give up on this silly dream, Greta, because that's all it is. A silly dream. Look, you either fall in line and get your head screwed on straight, or I'm cutting you off. No car, no phone, no anything.
That's not fair. You can't be serious.
Don't you raise your voice with me, young lady. This is
so hard to talk to everything I do.
Enough! She is so hard-headed.
Yeah, I wonder where she gets that from.
I'm not going to be around forever. She needs to start taking her career more seriously.
Yeah, but just cut her some slack, Kyle. She's only 19.
And I'm not getting any younger. I was planning on retiring soon. She needs to step up. Greta,
What?
you need to change
Why?
because the way you're dressed is completely unprofessional.
You're kidding, right?
Does it look like I'm kidding? Change your outfit.
No. If I'm going to sign my life away, I might as well dress like myself while I do it.
Not in this building you won't. You would change into a black blazer.
Are you serious right now?
You heard me. I'm serious.
getting
I've
onto my
already talked
clothes,
about this
what I
because
work,
this is
all the
not up for
things that I
debate
do.
or
There's nothing
discussion.
you can
A black blazer is
really sorry, but we'll fix your filings right away, even if we have to amend the filing.
The biggest mistake was me trusting this company with our financials. We will be taking our business elsewhere.
What was that about?
Their filings were done wrong, and they're not too happy about it. I'm sorry, sir.
Who did the filings? I cannot believe you messed up again.
Well, I told you I'm not good at this stuff. What do you want me to do?
I want you to do better, but clearly you can't do anything right. Now I have to clean up your mess.
I get it. I suck at this stuff. So why can't you just support me and let me do what I want to do?
Fine. You want to be a designer? Go ahead. Why are you asking me?
You know it's not that easy, Dad. I need capital. So if you could just loan me that $25K like I was telling you about, I can start.
No, absolutely not. You think someone loaned me money to start my business?
You have an accounting firm. That's different. You didn't have to go out and buy raw materials and hire seamstresses. Please, why can't you just support me?
Is that even a real question? Because you're just gonna fail.
How would you even know that if you never even let me try?
Look at the mess you started with my company. Do you really think you can run one on your own?
Greta, are you okay, baby? You two have been at each other's throats nonstop. Why can't you just compromise, honey?
Because compromise means giving her a bunch of money and then watching her fail. I'm not going to stand around and let that happen.
How do you know she's gonna fail? It could work, who knows? I have always believed that if you let a person follow their passions, sooner than later, it'll eventually lead to success. I mean, your dad wanted you to be a lawyer, and instead you became an accountant. And look where they got you.
Yeah, but I still focused on a real career. Fashion? Come on. How many people make it in that?
Regardless, it doesn't seem like she's succeeding at what she's doing now from what you told me happened earlier. Just give her idea a chance. And if it doesn't work, at least you'll know. And you guys won't have to fight. Give her 6 months. Let's see what happens. Yeah?
Go away, Dad.
It's me. Can I come in? I've got some good news and some bad news. Which do you want to hear first? The good news is your dad agreed. We're going to give you the $25K for your collection.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But the bad news is you only have 3 months. And if it doesn't work, he doesn't want to hear about it anymore. Understand?
3 months? That's not a lot of time.
Well, then I guess you better get started. I meant tomorrow. It's past 10 o'clock.
I've only got 3 months. I'm not gonna let a single moment go to waste.
Today I woke up feeling pretty good and feeling like I should go out on a run. Don't know where, I don't care. Put my headphones on and play my favorite song and drifted off to a different space. It's a feeling I can't ignore. It comes knocking on my door and I'm ready, I'm ready. When those bad thoughts find their way, I'ma slam the door and say, I'm not here to play. I tell them not today. Oh, not today. Not today, baby. Today I woke up, skies are looking gray and I just wanna stay in bed all day. Then I pretend the sun is shining and butterflies are flying over my head. When those bad thoughts find their way, I'ma slam the door and say, I'm not here to play. I tell them not today.
Oh my God.
You're working late. What did you just throw away?
Oh, nothing.
Really? Because it looks like you threw your sketchbook in the trash.
Yeah, well, I feel bad wasting your money. Looking at it makes me want to barf. Oh, before I forget. Here you go.
What's this?
I didn't spend everything that you gave me, so that's the change. You can just deduct the rest that I owe from my paychecks each month until you're paid back in full.
Well, I'm afraid that won't be possible.
What do you mean?
I mean, there won't be a check to deduct it from because you won't be working here.
Are you firing me?
In a way. But it's not because I don't want you here. It's because I don't want you to give up on your dream. Greta, I know things didn't work out, but I saw how hard you worked. and how passionate you were. And I just know that you can never be that here. So take 3 months, a year, however long. Because as your mom reminded me, if you let someone follow their passion, eventually it will lead to success. And I'm happy to support you in any way I can until that happens.
Thanks, Dad. But still, I hardly sold any of my pieces. I just don't think I have what it takes. I see now that I should just stick to my job.
Oh, hey, Alice. I didn't know you were still working.
Yeah, my daughter had the car, so I was waiting for her to come pick me up.
OMG. Where did you get that from?
Oh, this is from this new boutique I found on Instagram. Isn't it so cute?
Wow. That's one of Greta's pieces.
No way. I love your stuff. I was just telling my friends about it, but when we went on Instagram, I noticed the page wasn't there anymore.
Oh, that's because
That's because it's going through a bit of a refresh, but it'll be back up soon. Tell your friends to check back tomorrow.
Okay, thanks. Keep up the great work.
Now, if that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. Greta, you have to keep going. And just a little tip, you might try marketing on TikTok.
How do you know anything about TikTok?
I'm an accountant. I do taxes for a living. You don't think I know how my clients make money?
That's a great point. I should have asked you sooner.
Take it. And don't worry about paying me back. Think of this as an investment. Go be so successful that one day I'll be working for you. I'm so proud of you.
Every day that I spent with you, yeah, you got me feeling brand new. Ain't nobody love me, yeah, with a love so true. I wanna tell you how I feel, but I don't know what to say. I really wanna find a way, really wanna know you, I really wanna show you how I feel about you when I look in your eyes. The way my baby loves me, yeah.
We just surpassed $1 million last quarter.
$1 million? Yes! What?
And big news, by the end of this year, we'll begin shipping internationally to over 50 countries. Seriously, awesome job, team. Keep up the great work. Can you all give us a moment?
Good to see you again.
Oh, you too. Tell your mom I said hi. And I apologize again for having to shut the company down.
She was really sad, but she said you weren't able to find anyone to help take over.
Yes, I had to retire. But fortunately, Greta makes enough to support me, so I don't have to worry. My investment in her really paid off.
That's so good to hear. Great meeting, Greta.
I'm so proud of you, sweetheart. So, you have Alice's daughter working for you?
Yeah, I find hiring customers is really smart because they already think like our target demographic.
It's brilliant.
Oh, I almost forgot.
What is this?
Open it. What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah, try it on.
Oh, wow.
Fits like a glove.
Doesn't it?
Hey, what do you think? You like it?
I think you look amazing.
Oh, I'm starving. Let's eat.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm here.
Now you better not get any pasta sauce on you.
Here you go. Thank you.
What about
So that was a good video there. And Frank coming in, it's like, why is this dude asking about her mother and all of that? And Frank is in between watching Raw and my show that he missed the context of that video. So anyway, let me go ahead and put up our final segment of tonight, which is quotes. And I said it will be a famous person y'all will know. There he is right there. But to close out on those two videos there, what you saw in that last one, don't ever give up on your dreams. And of course, with Greta and her dad, it was a rocky start. And the dad just wanted her to work for his company, to be in the finance. And Greta wants to embark on making her own clothes. And with the investment the dad gave, she almost gave up. She had 3 months and almost gave up. If her friend didn't come in, or the buyer, excuse me, didn't come in and say, "Hey, that's one of my pieces," she would have gave up. She thought about giving up, and what TD Jakes said, "Don't give up on your dream. It could take you about a few years in order for it to skyrocket." So that was a prime example right there. 3 months, she thought nothing happened, but sooner or later, it took one person and probably saying to the others, like, "Hey, go check this website out. She does some very good wardrobe," and the business took off. And as you saw at the end there, $1 million going international, all of that in 3 years. So don't ever give up on your dreams of trying to do what you want to do in your passion. So don't give up on it. All right. This is our final videos for tonight, and it's going to be quotes. And as you see, who our final person for quotes is tonight, it's Mr. John F. Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy there. And thank you, Nancy. Good video. Even if people tell you that you can't do it, exactly. Let me get to Frank's. Frank came back and said Ross stinks, and he's losing points. And my dream is to hug me. Well, thank you. So I don't know if that will be everybody's dream, but anyway. So let's go ahead to our last video tonight. Again, it's former President John F. Kennedy and his quotes. I thought we'll just end it to a well-known person to end it out the show tonight. So let's go ahead and get started with quotes.
Nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. Mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind. Freedom, courage, and morality are a big part of every country and every single person. Listen to these quotes by John F. Kennedy to understand how you can change your life today. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. If freedom is to survive and prosper, it will require sacrifice, the effort, and the thoughtful attention of every citizen. Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. Art is not a form of propaganda. It is a form of truth. We celebrate the past to awaken the future. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. Forgive your enemies but never forget their names. Those who dare to fail miserably can achieve greatly. Children are the world's most valuable resource and its best hope for the future. Victory has 100 fathers, and defeat is an orphan. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. Rising tide lifts all boats. Do not pray for easy lives. Pray to be stronger men. We must use time as a tool, not as a couch. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. The rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened. If not us, who? If not now, when? Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. One person can make a difference, and everyone should try. In serving his vision of the truth, the artist best serves his nation. We must find time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our lives. Let us not emphasize all on which we differ, but all we have in common. Let us consider not what we fear separately, but what we share together. We cannot negotiate with people who say, what's mine is mine, and what's yours is negotiable. Those who dare to fail miserably can achieve greatly. A child miseducated is a child lost. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. For one true measure of a nation is its success in fulfilling the promise of a better life for each of its members. The supreme reality of our time is the vulnerability of our planet. Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. War will exist until that distant day when the conscientious objector enjoys the same reputation and prestige as the warrior does today. In the Chinese language, the word crisis is composed of two characters, one representing danger and the other opportunity. If more politicians knew poetry and more poets knew politics, I am convinced the world would be a little better place in which to live. Together, let us explore the stars, conquer the deserts, eradicate disease, tap the ocean's depths, and encourage the arts and commerce. One who visits the one she loves. As to the loved one, she wants to seem good. And with the unloved, she isn't ashamed to seem bad. A man does what he must in spite of personal consequences, in spite of obstacles and dangers and pressures. And that is the basis of all human morality. A wise man will never tell a woman two things: his true feelings and his balance account. The stories of past courage can teach. They can offer hope. They can provide inspiration. But they cannot supply courage itself. For this, each man must look into his own soul. We, the people, are the boss. And we will get the kind of political leadership, but be it good or bad, that we demand and deserve. We have collected the quotes by John F. Kennedy, whose legacy still lives on. Though he spoke these words more than 5 decades ago, President Kennedy's thoughts on freedom, courage, and morality feel just as relevant today. Thanks for watching.
All right. So that was the quotes from President John F. Kennedy. Bring myself back on full screen here. So some good quotes by President Kennedy there, and nice ending to it as well. Said 5 decades later, and some of those words still hold true today. So I thought I would end it out kind of on a well-known figure that we all know, and again, some good quotes by President Kennedy there. And that will be it for the show tonight, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. A lot of people in here tonight. Fun time tonight as well. So really do appreciate you guys so much. Before we do that, let's go ahead and get to the roundup here. As always, it's the holiday season, so I'm working an extra shift and all of that. So Ray of Sunshine's every Monday night during the holiday hours from well, I should say from now till January. Probably now to Christmas Eve actually. But anyway, Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern here on my Twitch channel. So make sure to come up by every Monday night. And after the holidays, I might go back to Tuesdays. So we'll see, Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I might have to put that up to a vote for people there. But right now, every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern during the holidays. So make sure to tune in. Discord. If you're not on my Discord, lots of good stuff. I know it's not very active as much, but any stories that you do see here tonight and any other past stories from past shows will be on the Discord from this season, season 2, and also from Summer of Sunshine as well. It's all stories, positive vibes on the Discord. Make sure to check it out. Just put exclamation point Discord, and the link will be on your comment section. The Mental Health Hour. I think Tim is still in here. The Mental Health Hour every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. Tim and Gemma doing a great job on the Mental Health Hour. Very informative show. Actually, it's December, so I don't know what topic they'll be doing for this Wednesday, but make sure to check them out. They did a great holiday depression show last Wednesday. If you have not seen it, make sure to check it out, especially during the holiday season here. Make sure to watch that. But again, every Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, Tim and Gemma with the Mental Health Hour, and 11 p.m. UK. Can't forget about the UK people there that watch. So check them out. Jim in Chicagoland, another supporter of Array of Sunshine. Make sure to join him, Catalyst, Wednesday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern. He does Twitch Blitz, which Thursday night football, if I'm not mistaken, my Raiders play Thursday night, and they got the Rams. We're on a 3-game winning streak, and we're going to keep going on the winning streak, and we're going to keep boasting our way to the playoffs. We're going to surprise people. Anyway, I'm talking about the Raiders. This is a ray of sunshine. Anyway, after you see the Raiders' victory on Thursday night, make sure to tune on Twitch Blitz with Jim in Chicagoland. And I know I probably will not be there Thursday nights, but please say, hey, Raymond's team won. Make sure to spam that in the comments. But Twitch Blitz Thursday nights after Thursday night football, and Saturday night trivia. Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to check Jim out. Great guy. Great guy. Great broadcaster. And also, St. Jude's, the whole St. Jude thing is this month as well. Again, you can donate even when I'm not live. You can still donate on that little donate button there, or any subs or bits. It will say that it's going to my channel, which it will, but all of that is going back. I will match it, and it will go back to the St. Jude's thing. And I think at the end, any bits, subs, or anything that has happened on this channel this month, I will tally it up with the St. Jude's there, and that will close out St. Jude's for the month. So, but it's still going on all the way to Christmas Eve. So make sure to donate if you can. If you do, thank you. And Nancy definitely kicked it off on a good note as well with her donation. So, all right. So that's it. Let me catch up on. I know we had some comments while I did the rundown. So let's see here. Thanks, Ray. Good. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much. Frank with the emotes. Matt's in here. Hey, good day, Matt. So good to see you in here. Sketty Sandwich, thank you so much. I will follow you. Thank you so much for being in here. Hopefully you have a good. Oh, you're from Randy's channel. Oh, okay. Well, Sketty Sandwich, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Wait, what? See Christy wait, for real? Okay. 7-3 Saints. Who are the Saints playing? I forgot who they're playing. I don't think I picked. Oh, the Bucks. LOL. Yes, Raiders play Thursday. Yes, we do, and we're gonna win. But Frank will know who I'm gonna pick for that game. And I'm playing a little bit of reverse psychology because that is really working out right now. Frank said he won't, but he will. And take care, Sketty Sandwich. Thank you. I'm gonna have to get Sketty Sandwich a follow. And good old Randy, yes. And they're playing Tampa. That's right. I picked Tampa. And thank you, Frank. Frank's not lying. Frank is not lying with the picks. If y'all want to hear a story why I'm picking the Rams, though I'm a Raiders fan. Ever since the whole debacle after the Colts and we thought the season was over and we all wants to fire, I just went ahead and picked opposite. And ever since I picked opposite, the Raiders been winning. So as long as I pick opposite, they're going to win. I have to keep the streak going. So Frank's been taking the Raiders too, by the way. So if you wonder why they're on a wing streak right now, that is why. It's me and Frank. It's me and Frank. All right. All right. I think I did have someone I wanted to raid if he is still on, because he has rated me a couple times. And usually he streams on a Monday as well. So if he is still on it, which he is, we're going to give good old Eric J. Gaming. He is a supporter of the Mental Health Hour as well. A great guy. and I have never get a chance to rate him. So we're gonna rate Eric. We're gonna say hello to Eric. He is playing some Assassin's Creed. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and hit the start rate button there. And when you go in there, make sure to say hello. Yeah, make sure to say hello. Give Eric a good vibes there. He's a great guy. So and Frank says a check mark. Oh, well, there's the St. Jude's there. There you go, Frank there. And Nancy says, good night and have a great night. You have a great night, Nancy. Thank you so much. And I thought you are an editor, but I put the rate on, so sorry. But anyway, but until then, guys, I will see you guys next Monday night. Thank you guys so much for the support and the love. And as always, be positive, be kind, stay safe. And let's give some good vibes to Eric, all right? Let's say hello to him, all right? Till next time, take care. Have a great night. And love you all. Thank you, Frank. Love you all. All right, let's go rate Eric.